2, 3, go.
Downhill mountain bike racing is just super intense. My heart just goes pumping. I have to really focus on my breathing. But when you're coming through and you're hitting jumps, you're floating through the air. You're flying, and there's nothing that's attached to you beside your bike. Oh, it's just super fun.
Aliana Van Horn and her dad Isaac just made the 6-hour drive from Medford to Fern Hill. They're headed to the first race in the Northwest Cup, a series of mountain bike competitions and a proving ground for the most talented riders in the region.
She likes to go fast, she's a competitor, and so now I'm part of the mix.
At 17 years old, Ollie's competing as a junior pro. How she performs at events like the Northwest Cup will decide whether she can turn pro next year and make mountain biking a full-time job.
I think I was around 7 years old when I started riding.
Woohoo! Good job, Aliana.
I just remember it was for me. I liked it.
Somewhere along the line, a fire was lit in that kid, and she did one of her first downhill races and won.
Over the next 3 years, Ollie kept competing and winning. What started as a hobby was suddenly looking like a realistic career path.
Ollie wants to win.
Ready?
She's got some kind of drive in her that she's a competitive athlete.
Say hi!
And as it turns out,
Go, Ollie!
she has the skills and the fitness to back it up. Come give us some hugs and we'll hit the road.
Their 8-hour drive to northern Washington always includes a stop at Grandma's.
Awesome. Oh, my amazing young lady. Mwah. Oh, kiss me. No. You have fun, okay? Okay. And be safe. You know, I'm scared to death. But as life, you know, you have to take the risk. Otherwise, you will never learn, never find out. That's what life is all about, right?
My family is my biggest support. Like my dad and my mom take the time off their work to help me travel, but they also help make me sane while I'm traveling, because sometimes they're really long flights or drives.
This is kind of the tip of the iceberg, because if she does well in this season, she could get to go race on the world stage. You never know.
Port Angeles is the first stop in the Pacific Northwest's largest downhill race series. And strong results can be the difference between mountain biking as a hobby or a career.
Pro Cat 1.
Where are you going?
Before every race, Ollie and Isaac do a track walk, studying the course and learning its nuances.
This will be interesting. The off camber of this turn.
And there's already a hole there.
Yeah, tires coming through will develop.
A path.
And you'll use this for traction. She always goes inside.
Yeah, I just go.
She knows most of this course, whereas somebody like me, I'm like, have I been here before? I don't know.
Isaac isn't just here for moral support. He also plans on racing this weekend.
Racing old man intermediate class. If I can put together a clean, fast run, I think this year I might be competitive. I don't know, we'll see how it goes.
Now that she's outpaced her dad's riding skills, Ollie doesn't hold back her critiques.
So I'll see him at the bottom and I'll be like, hey, why'd you take that line?
Tough coach. I used to coach her. The Padawans become the master.
Mountain bike competitions split racers into categories based on age and skill level. Ollie's racing in the top junior category, Cat 1 for girls aged 17 and 18. And Isaac's in Cat 2 for men, ages 50 to 59.
Today is the first day of practice. It's really about learning the lines and getting used to going fast again.
Downhill racing is simple, in theory. Start at the top and ride to the bottom as fast as you can. But in practice, it's a lot more complicated, especially on slopes tipping past 50 degrees, massive jumps, deep drops, and a maze of rocks and roots.
And it's all up to me to remember places on the trail to look out for.
There's just little things that could go wrong and end my ride real quick.
Downhill mountain bike racing, I don't know anybody that mountain bikes that hasn't had wrecks. It's got to be one of the most dangerous sports you could do.
You okay?
Yeah.
Crashing, it's gnarly. There's rocks. The dirt is hard. You're inhaling dust. And it's really knowing how to roll out of a crash and get back up.
This rider wiped out near the finish line. Fortunately for him, the organizers keep an ambulance on standby.
Whether it's scrapes or bruises or broken bones, everyone's gonna get hurt on a bike.
Ollie would know, and if you're squeamish, now might be a good time to look away. A crash at Mount Bachelor in 2022 fractured her orbital and cheekbone.
My bones will never be 100% again. I have 3 metal plates and a handful of screws in my face. Like a handful as in like over 15 screws.
When we're at a race, I see a lot of parental anxiety, and if I have that, it's no longer fun. And I just have to trust in her strength and her skill and her decision making through experience.
Let's go, Ollie! Get it!
For her to earn a good living racing her bike, it's the dream of a lot of mountain bikers, but a very small percentage can actually make that happen. What do you usually do there?
It's a tough road,
That looks fast, Ollie.
but having a family that loves riding as much as she does makes the journey a lot easier.
My whole family's happiness is like around mountain biking. Whenever my dad has a day off, he wants to go riding.
I don't know how many parents get to enjoy children that still want to hang out with their dad and go skiing with me and go mountain biking with me and going camping with me. I honestly couldn't have written this any better. My goal for the season is to get 2 to 3 podiums in Cat 2 so I can move up to Cat 1 and then be on Ollie on the schedule. But Dad's got to have goals.
Okay, pedal here. Yes. Chin strap. Yes. Goggles.
Yes.
Isaac's race run is first. He'll be riding on a different course than Ollie, one that's less treacherous.
Line up, beep, beep, go, and then have a clean race run, and then I just go into dad mode and cheer on Oleana.
2, 3, go, go.
And there you have it. Solid run there. The 483 of Isaac Van Horn. And Van Horn with a 317.35 slides into 3rd place. Nice run there from Van Horn.
At 3rd place, Isaac just made the podium.
Hammond, Barrett, Van Horn, 1, 2, and 3.
Well, it started raining in the last hour. The diagonal routes like that one, that becomes far more treacherous. Any of the rock faces like you see right there, that becomes more slick. Watch out for that route!
Downhill racing is unique. No single win makes you a pro. It takes several victories across an entire season. A win here would bring Ollie one step closer.
This is it. This is the race of the weekend. When I come down, my time will either be first or I'll end up somewhere else.
Thanks, Ollie.
Just slower today with the wetness.
Let's go, Ollie!
301.18 and Pretorius goes to 6th place as our rider in seeding yesterday. Time today, 248.84, and it's enough to take the win.
You got it, kid.
One on the weekend.
Yeah!
That's your top 5 Cat 1 women U18.
Yeah! That's amazing. Your legs, dude. I know that feeling from like 2 hours ago.
I'm going to be an up-and-coming pro next year, so to rack up points in series and be a top name in top competition and to be on podium, that's what gets people's attention.
Give it up for Aliana Van Horn.
Ollie went on to win 5 out of 13 races this season. Her final victory came here at Stevens Pass, Washington. This time, she brought one of her biggest fans. It's the first time Grandma has seen Ollie race in person.
Hey, Mom, what do you think about all this?
This is really awesome.
Really?
I'm so glad I'm up here now. At least I see what you guys up to.
Yeah, Ollie!
Go Ollie!
Taking the win today, Aliana Van Horn.
I really depend on my family to be my backup and my support, and they give me a lot of their time and a lot of their money, and they're there for me when I'm at my lows. They help bring me back up, and we just enjoy the sport, and they want to be a part of it.